Welcome to my channel, VibrantSoulCrafts, where we express our creative imagination.
Got a different view, 여유롭게 달려와 내일은 더 빛나지 당연 yeah. 내 삶은 shine like a diamond 괜히 해서 뭐해 걱정 I got no worries no I got no worries no I got no worries no I'm shining like a diamond yeah. Got different view, 여유롭게
Hello everyone, this is Vibrant Expressions, and thank you once again for joining me on my channel, VibrantSoulCrafts. And thank you also for the new viewers. Welcome to this channel. So today I will be doing a tutorial for the ring that I've made regarding the bargain bead box, February edition, guys. So this is the ring that was requested for a tutorial, and as well as the other pieces that I've made, I will be uploading tutorials shortly for those. Stay tuned. So before I get started, I want to say a special thank you for those who did request a tutorial on the ring, because I did make mention that I would do a tutorial based on any of the pieces that I made, requesting a tutorial to follow up with. So we have Veronica Lugo. You are so beautiful and I love the ring. Thank you so much, Veronica. Michelle Rouser. I would like a tutorial on the ring. Here's the tutorial. We have Caitlin Simpson. That ring is incredible. Thank you so much, Caitlin. I appreciate that. We have Miss Tacos for Me. Oh, I love that name. Okay, I'm requesting all that you created here. Gorgeous. Thank you so much. Okay, Paula Gospel. Gorgeous jewelry. I especially love the ring. Thank you, Paula. I thank everyone who left a comment. I love reading your comments. I just want you to know, guys, that this community is about all of us. It's about inspiration, creativity, support, all of that good stuff, y'all. And love it. Let's keep it going with the comments, the interaction. And really quickly, guys, I am going to start doing lives as well. But I'll speak about that a little bit more in upcoming videos. But yeah, so all right, guys, so we're going to get into the tutorial. All right, so right now I'm going to go over the elements that I have used to build this ring, straight from the bargain bead box first. First will be bag number 4, which are the crystal drop beads, the jet rainbow iris, these beautiful long beads, rainbow. Next we have bag 5, which are the crystal rondelle beads, violet mix. Now I didn't use all of the colors. I just used like the lilac or lavenderish color, the light purple. Okay, I used 4 of those. Then we have the 48 piece, 40 millimeter, 21 gauge. Okay, that is the eye pins. Okay. Moving on to the final bag, which is bag number 13, which would be the Dragonfly spacer bead, guys. The center bead right here. Oh, am I holding the Dragonfly upside down? Okay, right here. So that's what we have. Now for the elements that I used outside of the bargain bead box would be these 3 millimeter or 2 millimeter, oh, excuse me, guys, 2 millimeter silver spacer beads. Okay, and I use quite a lot. And the wire that I used as the structure for this ring is 20 gauge 2 pieces of 20 gauge wire. Okay, 2 pieces of 20 gauge wire, and I'll estimate about 8 inches, 2 8-inch pieces, just to be on the safe side, guys. Rather have more than not enough wire. So and what else? So yeah, this is 20 gauge wire that I'm using. I don't think I've really used 20 gauge wire before for my rings. I pretty much usually use 16 gauge wire or 18 gauge wire. So, but for the silver, the 20 gauge is what I had, so that's what I used. And if you see, this structure is not bad at all. It's pretty stiff. See, I'm tugging, you know, so it's pretty stiff. Is a good wire to make as an adjustable ring. And this is how it is, see? I would say now, for this tutorial, I am going to add on more beads, more of the 2 millimeter spacer beads, and also a couple of more. Maybe I'll add on one more of the long rainbow beads on each side, one on each side. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do now is deconstruct this ring and assemble them back with you. I'm not gonna take the you guys will see what I'm talking about when I come back. All right, guys, be back. All right, so here I have my wire prepared. So what I'm going to do is on one side of each wire, I'm going to grab my round nose plier and create like an eye needle effect. Let me do it this way first. Slight bend, and then I'm laughing, guys, because sometimes I struggle with this part, but it is definitely okay. Okay, I'm just going to make a loop, and I'm going to keep adjusting it until it looks the way that I want it to look. And this is good. So let me show you a close-up of that. So that's what I have, and I'm going to do the same thing on one end of the other wire. All right, there we go. So now what I'm going to do is on each wire, I'm going to put 2 of the 2 millimeter beads on each wire. 1, 2. Oh, another reason why I think I decided to use the 18 is because, right, that's exactly what it is. Some of the beads would not fit over any wire larger than my 20 gauge wire. Okay. So now I have my 2 beads on each wire. So now what I'm going to do is just set that aside for a moment, and I am going to just show you how I made an eye needle on each side of this bead. So I'm gonna grab the eye pin. So thankfully, thank you Bargain Bee Box. We already have one loop. So we're just going to slide this eye needle through the bead, grab the wire cutter, and then form the second loop. I'm gonna leave maybe about that much space. Okay. And again, I'm going to just keep adjusting it. I'm trying not to be too harsh because I don't want to break the bead. So I'm going to take my time. And what I do, I definitely want to make sure that the loop is closed as well. I think I cracked the bead a little bit, but just, you know, I guess be a little gentle on a bead. I don't like that. I just cracked the bead, so I'm going to disregard that bead and grab another. What I'm gonna do is just use my 20 gauge wire. That's what I'm going to do. And actually, I think that's what I used on these, because the eye needle that was provided is a bit thick and heavy. So let's just do that. No worries. Usually it's more than one way to get a job done. If one way don't work, another way will. Okay, so I'm going to close off one end of the needle, of the wire. Making sure that the end is all the way closed, like that. Now, I'm going to grab my wire cutter, trim off the wire. And then make another loop, another eye. Ta-da! There we go. All right. So now, what I'm going to do is enter one wire through each of the eyes, holding the beaded eye needle or eye strand vertically, while the wires are going horizontally. Okay. And this is what we have so far. Oh, one thing that I must mention is to make sure that the loops on the bead strand, the top and the bottom eye loop, are going the exact same direction. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is go on with 2 more beads. On each of the wires, the wires, the top wire and the bottom wire. Okay. And you know, I'm just going to lay it flat like this. I'm not going to hold it in my hand while I bead, so that way it'll be less confusing, because the wires tend to kind of cross each other. Okay. And if they cross each other, it's okay. Just lay it flat again. And then, so if you see the pattern is 2 spacer beads alternated by the bead strand until I get to the center of the ring. Okay, so I'm just about at the center of the ring, and so I use 5 of the rainbow long beads for the middle. Okay, so now I'm going to, let me see. Okay, so I added on the last 2 of the 2mm spacer beads after the 5th rainbow bead. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab the lavender color bead rondelle. Okay, one on the top wire and one is going to go on the bottom wire. So I'm going to just slide it on carefully. Let's see. Okay. One on the top and one on the bottom. So now I'm going to go ahead and add 1 2mm bead after the lavender bead, the rondelle. Millimeter. I'm gonna have to pick up this wire so I can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so we have, this is what we have so far. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now at this time and add the dragonfly. So this dragonfly also has the eye needles on either side, top and bottom as well. Yeah, it's easier for me if I hold the wires up like that. That way I can just insert the wire straight onto through the eye. Okay. So I'm just gonna push the beads down and try to straighten out the wire as well, just to make it a bit more easier to deal with. Okay, so now I'm just gonna repeat the same pattern that I did on this side, starting with 1 2mm spacer bead on the top wire and on the bottom wire. So I'm going to pick up the wires just to make it a bit quicker. Okay. There I have my beads. Okay. I'm going to add on the last 2 rondelles. One on top and one on bottom. And now the center of the ring is naturally going to be a bit wider, which gives the ring a beautiful size effect. I like how that turns out. It's going to give like a couple of arches. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and add 2 2mm beads on the top wire and on the bottom. And after I do the 2mm beads, I'm going to then add on the rainbow strand, alternated by another 2mm beads. Okay, until I have 5 of the rainbow beads, and then the last 2 2mm beads at the end. So when I come back, I'll show you what I have, and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, y'all, so we're almost done. The only thing that's really left to do is trim off the excess wire on the top and the bottom so that we can go ahead and make our loop. So I'm grabbing my wire cutter. And so now I'm going to, of course, work with 1 wire at a time. So I'm only going to cut 1 wire at a time, leaving enough room to form a loop. I think that's good enough. And then this wire is definitely going to be used for something else. I have so many wire stashes, and I just, whenever I need a wire, I can always find something that I trimmed off and at an earlier project. So let me go ahead and grab my round nose flyer, form my loop. I might have to trim this a little bit more, yeah, because I don't want the loop to be too big. So I'm gonna work with that much space and see. And I'm also pulling the beads down to make it tight. And then I'm going to go in on the loop a little bit. Just keep adjusting it until I want it until I get it the way that I want it, which is a tight loop. And that's what I have. This is good. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other end. The weather, guys, is warming up, so more people out on the street playing a lot of music. I live in a city, guys, so music is definitely played a lot. Okay. I'm gonna, okay, let me just push the beads down and go in tightly So, oh, also what I'm going to do is change the position of the loop so that when I put it on my finger, it will lay flat against my finger. Okay. Do the same thing with the other end. All right, y'all. So now it's time to sculpt the wire around my finger. Where is my ring? Oh boy. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. I'm going to put the Dragonfly into the center of this ring former. Just to give it some curve. And now I'm going to curve the sides. And then I'll finish adjusting according to my finger. If I need to loosen it up again, that's what I'll do. But no, this is good. So we have our ring, y'all. We have our ring. And I like this fit much better than the first one that I made. It fits it's a more custom fit. But I'm gonna go ahead and just realign the ends. Oh, also for the ends, you know, leave it up to your imagination. You know, I just did something plain, something simple, which are the little eye needle endings. But you can fancy it up, I guess, with like what do you call those like end beads, like end beads. So you can do that. But this is good for me. This is good. I love it, y'all. Ah, love it, love it, love it. Let me move out a bit. Yes, y'all. So this is the finished ring. Yay, that was so much fun, y'all. So much fun. All right, so we have reached the end of this tutorial. And guys, if you like the ring, if you're going to make it, let me know. Comment, y'all. I love y'all comments. I love the engagement on this channel. Let's keep it up, y'all. So that's that. Be sure to like this video, y'all. Subscribe, comment, and share it, because another reason why I do these tutorials is for therapeutic experiences for people, okay? It provides a ton of healing and just, you know, goodness. Is good for the soul, good for the body, good for the mind, guys, all right? So share the video, let everyone know that VibrantSoulCrafts is doing jewelry tutorials, okay? Thank you, guys. Love you all. Take care. See you till next time. Bye.